if you truly wish to be free and joyful and confident and have an abundance of energy and love, there are three things that you need to be doing. And that is nourishing and training and conjuring a great rapport with your mind, body, and spirit. Now, the reason these things are repeated throughout history and every spiritual literature is because it's so important. These are the three things. There's the physical body, which is what we are, the mind, which is our inner selves, and there's the spirit, which is what we are. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And it's to deny spirituality is to deny the source of what you are. It's to deny the self. So first off, we're starting with the body. You need to be training. You need to be exercising, hitting the gym, doing martial arts, doing something with your body, like rock climbing, mountain biking, anything like that, because we are physical beings in a physical universe. If you are not training yourself physically, you are not giving yourself the opportunity to experience life at its highest capabilities. And some of the world's greatest treasures and hidden gems come from physical activity. Like, most basic thing is going hiking in the forest. Like, if you're not capable of going on long walks because you haven't taken care of your body, because you eat poorly, and because it's too tiring on you, then you're missing out on one of the most beautiful things possible. Personally, I climb trees for a living, and I ride my motorbike around, and I like to go on hikes and do all of these super exciting things because they ignite my spirit. They make me so excited, and the adrenaline rush that you get from this kind of stuff is just unparalleled. So training the physical body is so important because, as I said, we are physical beings in a physical universe. If you're not training yourself physically, you're denying yourself of some of the most wonderful aspects of existence. Now, second is the mind, and the mind is just as important. Like, the physical and the mental are a reflection of one another. So mental, the best source of information, if you want to look this up, is Stoicism. Stoicism is essentially the act of training yourself to not react to triggering events, and to be in control of your own spirit. Because the thing is that, like, when you react emotionally and you don't have control over your mental state, that's when you're out of control. Someone who is calm and collected, and as I said, this intertwines with the physical aspect of things. You'll most often find that it's the people who don't have the physical capabilities that are always the most verbal and triggered and difficult to be around. Because if you're not physically capable of controlling your environment, and you are out of control of the physical events that take place around you, a lot of these people put a lot of it into their emotional and mental side, because that's the way that they use to cope and control the situations around them. And they're often very difficult to be around because their responses to the events that partake around them, that happen around them, is driven by their insecurity of their own lack of control of their physical environment. And so this is why it's so important to work on your mental state. And this is, like learning to be calm in stressful situations. So managing your anxiety, managing your stress levels, all of these kind of things. Because when you are stressed and anxious, it has a direct physical response to your body and negates you from acting in the physical way that you need to be working. So this comes down to many things. Like, as I say, like, journaling is a massive one. A lot of us react emotionally because of past traumas and things that have gone on in our lives which we haven't addressed. So this is a very good place to start, is addressing childhood traumas, like things that you got bullied over. Maybe you got yelled at by your parents, maybe you got beaten by your parents, maybe a whole bunch of horrible things happened that stemmed a particular path that you've been pursuing your entire life subconsciously, that has been leading to very unhealthy traits and personality traits where you're not acting in accordance to the way that you want to be acting. We all have a voice in our head that tells us how we want to act, that knows how we want to act, but a lot of the time we don't act in correlation with that. So when it comes to your mental side, it's just so important to learn how to meditate, learn how to journal, learn stress management and anxiety management, and kind of understand that there are things that are in your control and there are things that are out of your control. And the best thing to do in these situations is, I've made other videos on this, but if you're in a stressful situation where you're stressed, you're anxious, things haven't gone your way, perhaps you made a mistake, perhaps you made a mistake at work, right? The best thing to do is to sit back and go, okay, what am I in control of? Has it happened? Yes, it's happened. What can we do now? Will this person be upset at me? It's up to them. It's not up to me whether they're upset at me or not. So I can prepare for any of these outcomes that they're going to respond to me with. The best that I can do is apologize for the mistake, tell them that you're going to learn from it and never let it happen again. If they take that on board, wonderful. If they don't take that on board and they harass you over it, probably not the best place to be working, in all honesty. But then after you've made these apologies, it is so detrimentally important to actually go home, sit down, meditate on this, journal about it, and put in the work in your own time to make sure that these things don't happen again, to make sure that you're thinking on point, to make sure that you've learned from it, to make sure that you're not going to repeat this mistake. Because only when we start repeating mistakes, when we have an issue. Everyone makes mistakes, but it's as long as you learn from them and you act in a genuine and courteous way to those who have been affected by it, that's important. So those are just small things, but again, look up Stoicism. That's a very important philosophy about mental strength in dealing with the environment around you and other people. And last but not least is working on yourself spiritually. I don't care what you do, what avenue you take. For me, I believe in just the universe. God, or all that is in being an infinite source of consciousness from which we all stem from, that we're all a part of, that we've chosen to incarnate here into human form to further expand our consciousness. I believe in reincarnation. I believe in the fact that we have a higher self that's connected to an entity and exist in multi-dimensional realities all simultaneously. And we're in the pursuit of experiencing life to its fullest extent. That's what I believe in. But you can believe in anything, man. Like Christianity, be Catholic, Buddhism, Hinduism, anything, as long as it is teaching you fundamentals about spirituality and a higher source which is giving us power and some kind of moral guideline to live by that helps you understand your purpose in life, that's all that matters. And something that intrigues you to continue studying or searching for the meaning of life and what we're here to do. And that's all I can really say about that. But as I said, like the mind, the body, and soul. So making sure that you're mentally strong and emotionally strong and equipped, where you're able to deal with anxious and stressful situations and remain calm and act accordingly with clarity and focus. That's very important. Working on yourself physically, so you're physically capable of any situation, because you never know what's going to happen. Like being able to take care of yourself in a self-defense situation is more important than anything. Being able to protect your loved ones, being able to be prepared for any circumstances that come your way is detrimental. Taking on particular jobs that may be leading you to a career that you wish, you need to be physically capable of those things. So that's the next one. And again, spiritually understanding what we are as humans and what we're here to do and what your purpose is, and figuring out the life force that resides inside of you and your spirit and your energy and the use of that energy in order to manifest certain events and manifest certain things to happen and manifest the correct people into your life, all of these things are detrimental. So that's a quick video for you. Not quick, it went over 10 minutes, but still, I feel like I fit a lot in there. I just came from a workout, so I'm really pumped up and just wanted to share all of this. If you're interested, there's links to my free Facebook group. I don't like using the word free. It's more of just a community where we post just texts about this kind of stuff. It's a good library or archive of just healthy and good information, in my opinion. And there's lots of wonderful people in there who have lots of good knowledge. So the link to that is in the description below. I hope you're having a good week. It's Monday here, so I'm keen for a good week of challenges and excitement and just anything that's going to happen that keeps life interesting. So I'll leave you to it. Take it easy. God bless.